what we're going to do next is we are going to drill the hole for the detent. Basically the detent is the detent is a hole in the blade with a little ball bearing that's seated in the other side of this hole, and whenever the blade is closed, that ball bearing drops slightly into the hole in the blade to keep the blade closed. I typically use a 1/16 inch hardened 440C ball bearing. You can see I've already drilled a hole in the lock bar. I drill a number 55, and then I'll drill a number 55 into the blade. Before I put the ball bearing into the lock bar, I will drill this hole out to a 53. I like to drill the hole in the blade at 55. That gives me a little room to work if I need to. If it's not sucking down enough, I can open that hole up. This is basically the pin that I use. It's a .1878 pin, and basically my stop pin is a .1875. So this is smaller, and you can see it kind of floats in there real easy. And what I do is I'll push this down so it can't move. Push the blade down so it can't move, and then I'll lock it down with this. I'll lock it down with this clamp. And that way the blade will not move. See, that's fairly tight. I want to make it a little tighter. I like it to be really tight because this is consistency is what I'm after here. There. And so these pins are consistent. My holes are consistent, so it helps me to make sure, because the detent's really, it's the most important part of I'll say one of the top two most important parts of how the knife functions. The blade, if the detent's bad, it's not, then you can basically just ruin the whole knife because your detent's bad and your blade won't stay in closed. The other thing that sucks is if it's so hard that you can't open it. So, all right, we're going to drill this down about 25, 30 thousandths probably. This is a carbide. Okay, as I was saying, that's a carbide drill bit because we're drilling into hardened steel here. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to heat this end up, and then I'm going to heat the webbing in the lock bar here and bend that some, and then I'm going to put the ball bearing in, and I'll show you when we do that, and then we'll put it together, see if it works. Sometimes I have to drill that hole out a little bit more. So anyway, we'll pause here for now.